everyone, my name is Chloe and welcome to day 7 of Vlogmas. So if you've not seen one of these videos, what I did is at the beginning of the year, I asked my husband and daughters to go find me some books, buy me 24 books from some of my local used bookstore hunts, and so they cannot spend more than $5 on a book, and they all get to pick. So my husband, I think, has picked some, and I know my bigger girls have picked some. It is April 6th right now, so I have a 7-year-old, a 4.5-year-old, and then a 2.5 and a 5-month-old. So that's where we are. And I know the big two at least have been picking books. But right now we've got a battle. We've got one daughter picked this Christmas wrapping and the other picked the star. And they're both sitting here arguing over whose book I should unwrap. So I think what we're going to do is, should we do a random number generator? Or should we do, let's see. What? A random color. Okay, we'll do a random color generator. So one has red, green, and white, and the other has pretty much all the rest. So we're going to do a random color generator on my phone. That's a good idea. Random color generator. Okay. That's okay. Let's see. Well, my phone's not wanting to load this. Okay. Random color generator. Okay, so it starts on yellow, but I'm going to go ahead and click it now. Generate random color. Olive green. Ooh, okay. So do we have olive green? I don't think this one does. Let's see. That one's close to olive, but let's try again. What? Oh, gosh, my hand. Okay, let's do it again. Distant blue. Okay, so I think this one's going to win. I think this one's going to win. We got...
have distant blue, I don't think.
I think we've got blue. I think we got blue. So we're going to do this one today and the other one tomorrow. So let's open her up. Okay, this one is the one my 4-year-old picked. So who picked the last one that I did? Etta? Okay, my 2-year-old picked the last one, and it was a shockingly good book. So we're going to see what this is. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, the girl with the louding voice. Becca from Becca Books and Bougeot, if you are watching this, tell me, I think you've read this. This is a Read with Jenna book. Maybe you haven't. I don't know. But this is a Read with Jenna book, and hers are hit and miss for me. But they're not like Reese's Book Club. I'm almost always like, and Oprah, I'm like, so this one is possible. Let's see. The remarkable, inspiring story of a teenage girl growing up in a rural Nigerian village who longs to get an education so that she can find her louding voice and speak up for herself. So I'm all about that, especially with 4 daughters. I am all about that kind of message. So The Girl with the Louding Voice is simultaneously heartbreaking and triumphant novel about the power of fighting for your dreams. So that's all I need to know. This is pretty popular, so I'm assuming I can get it on audio. It's got very short chapters, so that's exciting. Okay, so this is what we're doing. So life-wise, it is April 6th, like I said. We are in Easter prep. We are at the end of March Madness, which we are actually not caring that much about because, again, I have beat my family in the brackets, and I am not great at picking brackets. And I Becca, again, from Becca Books and Bougeot, she asked me to fill out her bracket, so I just sent her mine because her school was having a competition, and she's not winning that. And yet somehow I beat my family every year. So I'm not great, but I'm good enough to beat my family. So we don't really care. We're watching a lot of spring training has happened. Now the regular season of baseball has started, so sports. My daughter has started basketball, softball, tennis. They're both playing tennis. They're both doing gymnastics. So we are in full-on spring sport craziness, doing school, prepping Easter, all the things. So we're also in the middle of home renovations because we found mold a couple months ago. And so we are renovating my closet and a little bit of our basement. So that's going on and has felt like a never-ending project. So hopefully by the time we see this, that's long done, and I'm enjoying my luxurious closet. So that's everything. So I will see you when I have an update about this book. Hey everyone, so I have started this, but first let's do a life update. So it is April 12th. I don't know when I started this. It's been just a couple days, honestly. I have not done that much other reading before I started this, and partially because I was just in a weird transition time where I didn't know what to read. I was DNFing a ton of stuff, so I thought let's just pick it up. But first let's address the elephant in the room. My eyebrows Last night, I went and got them threaded and tinted. I didn't know what that meant, honestly. I did not know what I was getting myself in for, but I have very thin early 2000s eyelash or eyebrows from, doing all the early 2000s things, from waxing and plucking and all the things. And now my eyebrows are so thin and so light that I don't like it. However, I fully regret this decision. I feel like she did him too dark or something. And I don't know. I feel weird. My kids say I look weird. So elephant in the room addressed. My brows are weird. It's going to last 2 to 3 weeks. And then I don't think I will be doing this again. I also had no idea. Like, again, I was an early 2000s kid. I waxed to the best of them. And this was so much more painful. If you've never done eyebrow threading, I would highly recommend against it because it hurt like the dickens. And like, I was like laying there and I was shutting my eyes and tears just pouring down my face. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I'm not crying. My body is just not a fan of this. So that happened. And now today is Saturday, and my husband just took my older kids to basketball because one of them has a basketball game. And then we're going to switch, and I'm going to take them to softball because that's the season we're in. And so all that being said, I'm kind of feeling like YouTube slumpy just because life is really crazy. In the spring and the fall, especially for our family, it is very, very crazy because there's lots of sports, there's lots of activities, and it's just hard to find time to do anything else. I don't want to stop YouTube because I feel like this is a creative outlet for me. And so it's really important that I keep it up, but I'm definitely going to go down. I've been doing 3 videos a week. I'm going to go down to 2 and see if that helps or what. But I am also in a funk because I've been DNFing a lot. But now let's talk about this book. So I was, like I said, I wasn't super excited to pick this up. And even the first couple chapters, I was like, oh gosh, am I just going to DNF another one? Am I going to get on here? I started this last night. Am I going to get on here and say I DNF'd it like before I even talk ever about it? And the answer is no. Now I'm about a quarter or a third of the way through and I am loving it. Like, I'm really enjoying it. I don't know that I'm loving it, but it is about a girl named Aduni, I think. And this takes place in Nigeria. Is that what I said? Yes, Nigerian village. And she is, I believe, 14, and she is given away in marriage by her father to an old guy. They're describing him as like having a gray hair and all that. So an old man who wants to marry her and is willing to pay for her, basically. And so she has no choice. She goes. She's one of many wives. She is not the only wife by any means. And we're following her. Like, she wants to have a louding voice. She wants to go to school. She wants to have a purpose beyond just being somebody's concubine, basically, and a baby bearer and all of that. And so she is making friends with one of the other wives, and it's so sweet. And I just love her. She is spunky. She's just great. I'm really liking her. The topics in this are really heavy. Like I said, I'm not even a third of the way through, and there's been miscarriage, there's been death, there's been a lot of really heavy stuff. I would say this is giving me kind of the Help vibes, but no humor. The Help has a lot of humor. But this kind of like minority women who are put in really awful situations, banding together. That kind of vibe is definitely there. So I'm actually really enjoying this. I'm really glad I didn't DNF it. And yeah, I saw a bunch of my friends, like Krista from Books and Jams, and a few other people gave this 5 stars. And so I was like, I'm going to see it through to at least a quarter of the way through. And now I'm really glad I did. I will say the audiobook is the way to go from this because I don't know the narrator's name, but they have the African accent and like the way it is written stylistically, it is in dialect, it is how they would speak, not in like proper English grammar. And so hearing that, and it's just been so good. It has been so good on audio. So I would highly recommend this on audio. But anyway, that's all I have to say about that right now. Like I said, I'm going to try to film a couple things, and then either organize this office or organize my surprise closet. It's not that full, but like we had to get new insulation in our house and they had to go through that closet, so that closet got destroyed. So I need to put that closet back together. But as you see, I'm wearing a baby and bending over a lot like wakes her up. And so if she wakes up, my productivity is donezo. So I'm gonna film. I'm gonna see what I can do, and then I will touch base later today or tomorrow and let you know what I'm thinking of this. It is a like 12 or 14 hour audiobook, and you can't speed it up a ton. Like I'm somebody who can pretty easily listen at 2 to 2.5 times speed. This one I'm like 2 or lower because of the accent and just it you need to slow down with it. And so it's going to take me a while, but I'm okay with that. So there's that. I will update later.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, that'll make you faint on sight. But she looks like trouble. Her lips so kissable and poisonous. I know she won't be good for me. But I don't care, 'cause I know it's so rare for a guy like me to get a chance with a girl like her. And I won't waste that chance. 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 Waste that chance.
Hey everyone, so it's the next day and we just went for a walk and like kind of a bike ride, walk, all the things, because this morning my workout got interrupted. And so, yeah, so we went, I just piled up the kids, took them out, and we went to a little free library, which, of course, I took, like, videos of our walk, and we actually got to the little free library, and didn't film a thing, because the baby had fallen asleep, and so, I had to keep her moving, otherwise she would not stay asleep, and so, that's why, but still, like, the most interesting part, didn't do it, but glorious. It is going to be 90 degrees today, and so, we are out there enjoying it now while it's like 60s or 70s. Even though, I mean, I love the 90 degrees. I am here for it. But in the Midwest, we get summer, we get winter, and we get like a couple weeks in between. And today is summer. And so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it, honestly. We're going to get the water, like the sprinklers out this afternoon, and it's going to be glorious. I love when it gets warm because, then there's less time. We're not inside all the time, and there's less messes to clean up. Everybody's happier. The vitamin D is rolling. It is awesome. So, yeah, so that's update on life. But on this book, I'm now like 60% of the way through, and I'm still really liking it, not because of the plot. Like, the plot is interesting, and, like, it's present day, which is interesting also. Let's see what it says. Despite the seemingly insurmountable obstacles in her path, you've probably already heard me read this. This girl, Aduni, she is passionate about a few things. She's passionate about her mother who has died, and oh, my heart just breaks. Like, she just wants her mama, and her mom's dead. And so there's that. And then she's passionate about having a voice, being heard, getting an education, becoming a teacher, and doing all these things. And so while there's a lot of people kind of beating her down along the way, there's also very strong women lifting her up and trying to give her opportunities and help her toward that goal. And so I love our main character. This is definitely a character-based book. Like, again, I'm not reading for the plot. I'm not, like, I do want to know what happens, but she's brave, she's fiery, she's passionate, but she's also, like, understands where she doesn't know, and she's humble, and, like, I just really like her a lot. And so, yeah, this will break your heart and put it back together again. There has been more levity since my last update. So, like I said in the beginning, there was a lot, and there's still a lot. This is still a heavy story and a story of kind of oppression. But that being said, like, and definitely check the triggers on this, because there's all sorts of things going on. But overall, this is a message of, like, passion, hope, letting your dreams be known, and I'm really enjoying it. So now, this morning, I actually only took 3 of my 4 kids out, and because one of them was not ready yet, and now that one wants to go for a walk, and I've got about 20 minutes before the baby wakes up and needs to be fed. So I think I'm going to go take a quick round 2 and then feed her. I'm going to try to film one more thing, and then I'm in the middle of like organizing everything. But once I start, I have a really hard time stopping. So I'm not sure how much is going to happen today. But this morning we watched church before we went out. It's like 10:30 right now. So yeah, anyway, that's the update on the book, on life. We'll check in when I finish it. Hey everyone, so I have finished The Girl with the Louding Voice, and I am not sure what to rate this book because in some ways, like this was one of my all-time favorite characters. I really loved our main character. I loved how she remained hopeful even though life was really hard for her and a lot of things kept happening. She had all sorts of triggers in her life, from death to starvation to all sorts of things. So if you have any specific triggers, please look them up or comment down below and I will tell you, because there is a lot going on in this book. And she remained hopeful. She kept sight of her dream. She wanted to be a teacher. She wanted to have a voice and give others voice. And even though life was really, really hard, she maintained that. And so I really loved her. I loved how she was go get 'em, but also kind and loving and empathetic. And I just really liked her. The plot of the book, there are some awesome women that come alongside of her. And this is definitely a character-based book. And I loved the characters. The plot itself felt a little bit repetitive and a little bit, I don't know. Slow, but I don't know, so I don't know what I think about this book. I really enjoyed getting to know our main character. I will say that. So that's the end of that. Today we had gymnastics, and now we're about to go to our first softball game of the season. It's at 5:30, so kind of a chaotic dinner time with everybody. So gonna go do that. And it was 90 degrees yesterday, and it's 60 today, and a little windy, a little chilly. So we're gonna just hope for the best and hope for a win. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you so much for watching. And so far, good picks for my kids.